Yo, what's up, boys? Today we are going to be checking out Kiddyboxer, which is an external CS2 cheat. This video is sponsored by Kiddyboxer. They wanted me to let you guys know that they currently have applications for invites open for a limited time only. So make sure to check out their Discord and the link in the description and create a ticket if you're interested. There'll also be 3 invite codes throughout the duration of this video, and it'll be on screen at random times. So if you guys want to try to watch for those, feel free. But without further ado, let's get right into this showcase review, whatever you want to call it. This is a completely external cheat, or at least that's what I'm led to believe. We're going to start off with the configs tab here. They do have a working config system here. It looks like the typing is a little bit off. I was testing this out before, and when I just type no hyper, it doesn't get all of it. I'm not too sure why that's the case. It's a little bit buggy, but it's just something that they got to fix. So yeah, to create a config, just type the name in here, press create, and it'll say the config was successfully created. If you want to load the config, all you need to do is click on the name of the config here and it'll load. You can also save, delete private and public configs, and you can import configs as well. Now on to anti-AI. This is a cool concept, and I don't think I've seen any other cheats doing it, at least to my knowledge, of course. You can change the mouse click duration from 50 to 100 ms, so that's how long you are physically holding down your mouse. You can change the mouse click randomizer from 20 to 0 ms, and you can change the trigger delay randomizer from 20 to 0 ms as well. So this is all stuff to try to fake out the AI anti-cheat. I'm not too sure how good it is at doing that, but it's cool that they offer you a little bit of customization to try to dodge the AI anti-cheat, and I'd really like to see where this goes in the future because I do like this concept. I think other cheats should probably add something like this to their cheat. So it's a cool concept. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I hope it expands to something cool. Let's move right into ESP here. Here's the ESP tab. We're going to start on the left and then move our way to the right. So let's just go through what they have. They have box, they have health, armor, which is just the armor bar, spotted. So this changes the color of the box ESP based on if they're spotted or not. So you can see they're red now, but if I go behind the wall, they'll all turn black, and then red, and then black, and then red. You get the gist. They have name ESP. C radar we'll look over in a bit. I'm going to show you guys that one separately. Is flashed will show a bar below the enemy, depending on how much the person is flashed or the duration of the flash they have left. So you can see the bar at the bottom, the white little bar, and then it goes away. Editing no hyper here. I forgot to mention that they also have a spectator list. I don't know why I missed that, but this is what it looks like. It basically just puts the name on the left-hand side of your screen. Unfortunately, you can't move it around. I wish you could, but that's what it looks like. Back to the video. Skeleton ESP. They have health T, which is health text. It shows the amount of health the person has as a flag. Distance, which shows the amount of units away the player is. I don't believe it's meters. I believe it's units. Weapon just shows the weapon icon of what weapon they are currently holding. Hide team, I assume just hides the team's ESP. FOV circle is for aimbot FOV. We'll get into that in a bit. And is scoped is just a flag for if the person is scoped or not. On the right here, we can change the box color. So first of all, I'm going to turn off spotted so it's back to the black color, and we can change our box to be blue. Sure. So if they're spotted, they're red. If they're not, they're blue. I think, yeah, that works. Sure. You can also change the box opacity and the box thickness. And they have a corner style ESP where you get this corner style box ESP instead of just the full box. In here, you can also change the menu accent. So let's make mine red. I feel like this should have its own separate thing in MISC other than being an ESP, but it really doesn't matter. It's just a preference thing. It just makes more sense to have a MISC tab with this type of stuff in it versus having this in ESP. And I promise I'd get back to it. C radar here. If you toggle this on and you head over to this website right here, the website is on the forums itself. You can see in the URL, it says your username and map. So if we just do no hyper, which is my forum username, and map being Mirage, there it is. It's a little cloud radar. So that's pretty cool. We can actually start the bots again moving around. I don't want to get shot by them, so I'm going to go over here. But you can see they are moving around. It's a little bit laggy, it's a little bit buggy, but it gives you the option to send this to your teammates that don't necessarily have cheats installed. So this is a pretty cool concept. All right, next up, let's check out the Aimbot tab here. We're going to skip over Triggerbot for now and then come back to it later. For Aimbot, we can toggle it on and we can set a keybind to it. We can change the aimbot radius, which is the aimbot FOV, and we can actually show that with the FOV circle thing right here. So this is to pixels, I believe, instead of, I think it's usually degrees in usual aimbot, but a good rule of thumb is 10 pixels is usually 1 degree, I think. So yeah, that's 10 pixels right there, and I think that looks about like 1 FOV. It's supposed to be pretty small, but obviously you can bump it up all the way to 100 FOV, and yeah, I mean, that's a big FOV. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn that off for now, and we'll go back through everything else in aimbot. Here we have our aimbot smoothing. It goes from 1 all the way to 10. So I think for aimbot testing, I'm gonna go to, actually, I'm gonna keep it all the way down for now, just to test how blatant the aimbot can go. Here we have our hitboxes: head, upper chest, lower chest, and stomach. So these are all the hitboxes. You guys already know that. I'd like for them to be grouped together instead of just kind of randomly laid out here, because I almost thought spotted C here was a hitbox, but it's not. So if these were grouped together, that'd be a lot better. And spotted C is a spot checker. So if they are spotted, aka you can see the enemy, the aimbot will work. But if you can't see the enemy, the aimbot won't work. So let's test out these blatant aimbot settings now. So as you guys can see, this is the lowest setting of smoothing that I can have. And if I put my pistol there, you can see it doesn't lock on immediately. It's a little bit slow. And that's just because external aimbots are slower in a sense. So that's what the lowest smoothing looks like. That's how quick it snaps. I think they can make it quicker, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, let's go for a lower, kind of more legit aimbot settings here. So I'm gonna go 15 aimbot radius and then 7.5 smoothing on both of these. And let's see how that feels. I don't feel like it's doing much. I think I might have the smoothing too high, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, so the reason I couldn't feel it before is because the aimbot radius was just way too low. Let's try this now. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, now it's going. Now it's definitely going. So you can see this is what 4 aimbot smoothing looks like. It feels pretty good. Aimbot's definitely working for sure. It feels all right, so I'm not necessarily complaining about it. Oh yeah, and they also have max velocity and max aimbot shots. Okay, so let's try out this RCS. You can RCS toggle here, and you can change the smoothing of it right here. All right, so let's go ahead and put the smoothing all the way down. This should be the max amount of RCS that we can get, but let's go ahead and test this out real quick. Yep, seems to be working pretty well. There's a little bit of spread there, but not too much. And let's test it out with aimbot. Yeah, I mean, that feels pretty good. That doesn't feel too bad. This does go up to 5, by the way, as well. And then you can also have max RCS shots set. And finally in here, they have Fronttrack. So Fronttrack is an experimental mode, but basically what it does is it predicts the future spot of the hitbox. So if a person is moving in one direction, it'll predict the hitbox that you're aiming closest to try to hit the hitbox more accurately, if that makes sense. Basically, it's trying to take the delay that comes with an external aimbot and chop it down. Try to make it less delayed by guessing where the next hitbox is going to be based on how the enemy is moving. All right, finally, let's get into Triggerbot here. In Triggerbot, you can set a key to it, obviously. We can set the delay from 0 all the way to 1000 ms. You can also select delay between shots. For hitboxes, they have head, neck, upper chest, chest, shoulders, stomach, and yeah. Real question though, why are there only 4 aimbot hitboxes here, but for Triggerbot there are 6, 7 if you include penis? They should probably transfer these over here as well. It makes more sense. And then they also have spotted C and max velocity. So yeah, let's give this a shot here. It should shoot if I go over it. So it isn't going to be the fastest thing. Like if I go over it like this, it's not going to shoot every time because external aimbots are just slower, right? So it might bug out a few times. It might try to shoot it. More or less, this is kind of like if you're just trying to, you know, shoot the players, you know? I mean, like, It's not going to be any quick reaction time. It's not the greatest Triggerbot ever, but it is definitely working. I'm going to test the delay real quick. Let me just put it up to like 200. We can definitely tell a difference if it's 200 ms. Now let's go over ahead. Yeah, I mean, that feels a bit slower. It might be placebo. Honestly, let's just put it up to 1,000 at this point. We'll try that. Yeah, the Triggerbot delay is definitely working. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys caught one of the invites during the video, congratulations. If you didn't, join the Discord with the link in the description below, and you can apply for an invite there. So I hope this cheat ends up performing better. I hope it does better in the future. But with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, boys.